My therapist set a half a glass of water in front of me. He asked if I was an optimist or a pessimist. So I drank the water and told him I was a problem solver. So today the problem to solve is the parable in the gospel. As with most parables, it contains an initially confusing message. Jesus is always challenging us to dig deeper into his teaching. The confusion is that the rich man is angry with his steward for squandering his property and fires him. Then the steward starts forgiving his master's debtors strictly for selfish reasons. He says he is doing it so that, quote, when I am removed from the stewardship, that they may welcome me into their homes. And even though he did it for selfish reasons, and it wasn't his money, the rich man, quote, commended that dishonest steward for acting prudently. For the children of this world are more prudent in dealing with their own generation than the children of light. So, how is this apparent contradiction explained? Clearly in this parable, the master is God and the steward is one of his non-believing children. What Jesus is saying is that forgiveness benefits the forgiver more than the forgiven, even when done for selfish reasons. Perhaps that is why selfish non-believers may forgive. So Jesus is saying that even more so, his children of light should forgive out of love of God in others. Extensive scientific studies have confirmed what Jesus knew and taught, that forgiveness promotes psychological and physical healing of the forgiver and may have little or no effect on the forgiven, and that having a religious or spiritual belief helps in that healing process. So how does this apply to us? When we come to realize that our anger is hurting ourselves and not our aggressors, it makes selfish sense to forgive. Then we can take it to the level Jesus is calling us to forgive out of love for others as Jesus taught, to not assume that the aggressor is in full control of their actions and hence may not be fully culpable in the eyes of God, so who are we to judge? To recognize that forgiveness is required, but trust is earned. To let go of our ego and rest in the Holy Spirit who dwells in our hearts and the hearts of all people, even those who have injured us, whether they recognize him or not.